think of when you think of church? Potlucks with Jell-O molds on the table, or Lenten dinners with soup, getting dressed up on special occasions like on Christmas or Easter, someone making me go, singing all the verses. Let's talk about church. Acts 2 describes the first Christian community. This community was a mix of Jewish and non-Jewish or Gentile people. The early church had many characteristics. It was welcoming, food was shared, funds were shared, they prayed together, the poor were intentionally taken care of, conversions happened, people grew spiritually. So their shared resources, meals, and mission was a sign of their unity. Another example of a form of church at Christus Victor, an extension of our worship services, we could say, are the missional communities that meet regularly. Confirmation, for example, or the summer supper teams, or the Men in Action group, just to name a few. Jesus promised that where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am also. When worship ends, we continue to be the body of Christ, the church sent out into the world, no matter where we are and what we're doing. We are the gathered church in spaces like this, and the scattered church out there in the world. One person who knew church well was our dear Bill Fleck. Bill was only 8 years old when he was struck by what the church could do and be in his life. For him, church was a way to help others using the gifts that he had been given by God. Let's hear a little bit from Bill's story.
My name is Bill Fleck, and the first time I found out about LSSI was when I was 8 years old at St. Simon's. I had been at that church in Sunday school since I was 5 years old, and we started collecting our pennies and nickels because that's about all we offered those days, a dime maybe at Sunday school, you know.
The youth director thought it was a great idea to hand out crosses. We gave him a quota, about 5,000 crosses we need, and for a single person to make by hand without big machines, 5,000 crosses is quite a task. So Bill got on it, and every day he's in his garage and is making out of oak wood beautiful crosses and brings them pretty much whenever he comes to church. He brings a bag.
His need to spread the gospel, and that is the way he can do that in this little workshop. This is how he can spread the gospel, and giving it to as many people as he's giving it to, and to the kids. I hope that they'll be grateful and they'll understand that this was made by somebody with a lot of love and a lot of faith.
How do you serve God's people as a part of the body of Christ, the church, both in the building and in the world?